Greetings everyone and welcome to this course tour. For this course tour, I'm going to be featuring my Start Here module, which has all of the information for a first day experience for my students. Now you'll notice that I'm building this out on Blackboard course sites, and that's just because that's the LMS I have access to. I don't want us to get too caught up on the LMS features. I want us to really focus in on the structure, organization, content, and framing that I'm using here, because that can be used no matter what learning management system you're doing. The other caveat I just want to mention here is that this is my Start Here module. It's very much reflective of me. So what I've done is I've taken best practices for creating these kind of modules in my courses, and then I've tailored it to exactly how I want to run and manage my course. I like to mention that because there's not a one right way to do this. There are many right ways to do this. So the first thing that greets you and the first thing that will greet my students in this module is a welcome to our course message. It has information about how and what to do with the information in this particular module. These kind of navigational instructions are crucial for online students because otherwise they're just looking at a chronology of items the way you've put them in there. And it may make sense to go through it in that way, but you want to give additional instructions like download this resource or check out this when you have time. So all of that information I've housed here. If you also send out a welcome message to your students, you may want to put that information here as well, especially if it contains course-specific details that they need, and that means that they don't have to go back digging through their inbox and trying to find it. The next item you'll see is my instructor information. I start with just a very brief overview of my teaching philosophy, and then I prompt them to watch my instructor overview video. And you'll notice that beneath that, I have all my professor information that's specific to this semester and to this course. I keep that information out of my instructor video because I want to use this as an evergreen resource in all of my classes, whether that's all my classes for that semester or if it's all of my classes for a couple of semesters. When I'm ready to redo these resources, which take a lot of time, energy, and effort, then I'll do it then, but I do like to keep them evergreen for that reason. Next, you'll see my course overview, and this is really something that is specific to this course that I'm teaching. I don't usually do a course overview that is evergreen, so this is all the information that's specific to these students in this course. So again, having those nice mixture of evergreen resources and unique resources really give it that very full feeling. For my course overview video, I'm really talking high-level approach-based pieces. I'm talking about the structure of the course, major themes we're going to cover. I'm talking about the course's narrative, how we're going to start and end this course, and I'm talking about learning outcomes here. So all of this is covered in my course overview. That is different from my syllabus overview. My syllabus overview is more about the brass tacks of the course. So for the syllabus overview, the first thing I do is I prompt them to download the syllabus because I want them to have a copy of it in hand as they go over the syllabus overview. Again, this resource is not evergreen. This is unique and is created uniquely for each course each semester. For my syllabus overviews, I tend to only go over a couple of big picture guidelines, policies, informational pieces, and then I spend the rest of the time in the syllabus just reminding them how I want them to use the syllabus, what's in it, and how to access it. I don't go through every single piece of my syllabus because students can read, they're very capable. And I want them to view the syllabus as a resource for them to return to time and again. So I keep the syllabus overview video very short, 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. And it tells them if you have these kind of questions, this is in the syllabus. If it's not in the syllabus, this is what you need to do. You can email me, put it on the Q&A discussion board, etc., etc. So this is a video that's not meant to sit there and overview a Word document of your syllabus. It's really meant to just give your theorization of the course and show them how to use the syllabus as a resource. The next item here is my course tour, and for my course tour, I just do a short navigation of the course site. I talk to them about where the materials are located, where the assignments are located, how to get to the discussion board, how to check their grades, how to send me an email. So really kind of high-level stuff. This is not a tutorial on how to use the learning management system. I create very short videos for those pieces, like how to upload an actual assignment or how to submit a multimedia discussion board post. Those are separate tutorials. They do not belong here. We're really trying to keep this short and sweet and to the point, just to point them in the right directions and get them started. Now, you will notice that I have a little bit of an explanation here about learning modules, and that's because it's a piece of jargon that I use in the tour. and it's how I'm going to point them around the class. So here I just take a short moment to just explain what they are, why I use them, and how. Next, you'll see my course toolbox, and this really houses all of the resources that students need to have access to throughout the entirety of the semester together. And there's lots of things in the course toolbox, but a couple of the important ones are things like our virtual bookshelf, prompts and rubrics for multi-week assignments, discussion board tutorials, anything that I know they need to access. And I like to house it in a course toolbox because then that becomes their one-stop shop. They don't have to sit there and think, oh, well, she gave this to me in week 1 when we did that one assignment. I think it's in week 1, let me go back and look. I don't want them digging back through the course. The course is not a course on how to find things in the course. So I want to keep that all centralized and easy to find. Next, you'll see I do a getting to know you survey. This is just a survey between me and the students, and they answer a couple of very basic questions. Their preferred name, they tell me their learning outcomes, they tell me their approach to learning, approach to studying, note-taking, any of those big picture pieces that really help me to facilitate that student's needs in the course. And I also ask them what their learning goals are for the class. I want to be very upfront with what they need from the course and how I can help them to achieve those pieces. And then lastly, we do a first day discussion board, which is really just an introduction. It's a lot of fun. We do different things on the first day discussion board, everything from give me the top 5 emojis in your phone right now to an icebreaker activity about favorite, least favorite thing right now in popular culture, anything there just to get conversation sparked. So the getting to know you survey is really just a communication between me and the individual student, whereas this one is opening it up and building course community. And that's my Start Here module. And I love these, and I think they're so important no matter what modality you teach on. Our first touchstones with students is through a learning management system. And the Start Here module helps us to really frame and prepare students for an amazing first day experience. Again, whether that first day is online or face-to-face. And that's my Start Here module. It's what I've decided to include to get my students ready and prepared to have a great semester with me.